Hello. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Gonna continue working on what we started the other day is Farron Woods entrance, which is gonna lead down to the Southern Swamp and into a brand new water dark ride based on Majora's Mask and the Deku Palace. So I just earlier today put in this log flume layout. Kind of just snakes around Kokiri Forest, Lost Woods area. Kind of interacts with the Deku Scrub coaster. But yeah, now I'm ready to build the boarding station based off of the boating hut in Southern Swamp from Majora's Mask. And yeah, we'll go from there. See what we end up doing after that. Let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know what you want to see built. Let me know if you have any ideas. Otherwise, I'm just going to start building and yeah, welcome in. Alright, start the boarding station. Seems like a pretty simple building. I don't know what the actual building is called in the game, but it's the place where you go and rent the boat or whatever to go through the swamp to get to Deku Palace in Majora's Mask. Seems like a relatively straightforward build, but how we can make it into a boarding station, that's going to be the big question. But I'm just going to start building kind of like the most unique feature, the most distinguishable feature about the building, and that's like that pointed roof. So right. Wood tile, probably not. It's something like rough and wooden, but not like It's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. We got the game again. What does it look like? With this, no. Gonna have to go with this, I guess, for now at least. Alright, so this is weird how it's gonna have to like fight the natural position of these things. Because that's how it's kind of oriented in the game on the actual building. Up. Alright, cool. I said it's gonna be straightforward, but I already struggled to find what piece or, material I wanted to use. Hopefully the rest will go pretty smoothly. That's big enough. Something bigger than that. Should do it. Let's see if that works. Cool. feel like the hardest part was going to be the roof, so if I can nail this down pretty quickly, that'll be pretty sweet. What I think I want to do though, let's raise this up higher. High enough. Oh, where's my guest statue for scaling here? Yeah, that's plenty high enough, right? Yeah, cool. Needs to come over one more, I think. There we go. Oops. My game is definitely starting to stutter more. Now that we have a whole bunch of builds in this park that take up a lot of pieces. But that's alright. Tober, how's it going, man? Yeah, I fixed the audio. That's my bad. I had it coming through as a stereo channel, and yeah, I just clicked it back on mono, and glad to hear it's back to normal. Yeah, just starting on the boarding station today. So I finished the thing that we started yesterday, the entrance into Farin Woods. So I finished that up, added some fog, finished a sign. So pretty happy with that. I'm gonna have to blend it in with the rest of this, of course, but that's a problem for a different day. And then I've built the path down here. I have the swamp here, which I've emptied the water. Put that back up here. And then yeah, I built kind of like a rough, well, not really a rough, it's pretty cut and dry. This is the layout of the ride so far. It's gonna snake in and out of kind of where the family coaster's riding through. It'll go kind of next to Kokiri Forest, end up behind it, and then back down here. Subject to change, of course, as we start kind of building out the dark ride portion of this, but I at least wanted to get it in a place that I knew it would be possible to kind of fit it in Kokiri Forest in this area before I got too far ahead of myself. But anyways, yeah, now we're working on the boarding station. Hey, Luca. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm glad the audio, excuse me, is better. Alright, what kind of walls do I need to build? I almost think this might be the way to go. I think I want to leave this part open and then have the hot walls up here. Hot meaning like H-U-T, not H-O-T. So I guess I'm going to start with that and then see how we can kind of finish up the bottom part of it. So I'm going to try this, see if it works. Nice, Tover. Yeah, definitely early on. Need to get a better picture of this reference that I'm going for. Majora Mask, Southern Swamp. Let me see. Of course, all these images are so... trying to look at reference images that they're just so blurry, taken from the N64. Yeah, I saw that update, Luca, this morning. That was surprising. I didn't expect an update today. And then the DLC teaser already from the other one. The Parades one just came out, so it's weird. We waited like, what, 6 months for... or maybe it wasn't that long, I don't remember. In between DLCs, and now, like within 2 months, we're getting the next one. Not gonna complain. The random scaling on, I'm gonna turn that off. Still too much. Lower the grid size, or height, I should say. What am I doing? How am I gonna do this? Not make it look weird from inside. I just have to throw a ceiling on it, I guess. Oh. Probably not straight, is it? Or even, I should say. Okay. course, gotta move the roof over, the top roof. Don't mind me, my OCD sometimes gets in the way of progress, and I just want to make sure it's perfectly aligned. Or at least close to perfectly aligned, so I don't have to be looking at unalignment the whole time, which bothers me. Cool. You know what? I think these have to come in a bit though. What are you guys up to on a Friday? Any cool plans for the weekend? I wish I could scale this. It's just a bit too big. What if I try this wood tile? If I try the 2 meter, would that work better? Probably. Not quite. Man, I thought this was going to be relatively easy. I knew it was too good to be true. I was cruising up until this point. You guys know the building I'm trying to build here from Majora? Try this again. It's just like not the right size. I hate this little overlap here. I wonder if we can jerry rig it to work. Just gonna leave it for now and see if I can fix it later. Tilt this a bit. if I'm convinced that this is going to work the way I hoped. You know what? I'll come back to that. Or this, I should say. Enhanced move tool. Is that something you get on the Discord that we were talking about the other day? Or is that on Nexus or whatever they call it? Yeah, I gotta start digging into more mods because I feel like there's so many cool ones out there. It's gonna make quality of life so much better in terms of building and stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll check it out. Do I have to contact somebody to get the access to those downloads? I didn't look for very long, but when I did look, I just couldn't see where I had to download them. Jumping lily pads, I plan to. For sure. I feel like that's a must on this ride, in this area. Right now, just working on the boarding station, Pedro. But definitely planning on incorporating those lily pads for sure. Just can't get past how wonky this is looking. I'm not super happy with it. What if I do... I've been saying Tober. Is it Toby? I notice it looks like you changed your username to capitalize the R, which leads me to believe I was pronouncing it wrong. And if I was, I apologize. Nice, Pedro. Yeah, I haven't played through Majora in forever. I don't think I've actually ever beat it. Like, myself. I've seen it beaten through, like, Let's Plays and friends and whatnot, but I don't think I've actually beat it myself. So probably something I gotta go back to one of these days. Alright, I think that's good enough for now. There's a category on Discord called mod testing. Gotcha. I'll check it out. I probably just missed it, knowing me. Okay. What if I use... the trim? Like, obviously this has to not be here, because this just looks bad. And then how I'm gonna cover this up is beyond me. But I'm thinking maybe if I use the trim it can cover this thing up, but... Gotcha, yeah. Sorry, is it Toby though? Is Toby correct? Pedro, you never beat it as a kid either. Yeah, it's a minefield with all the... Yeah. Yeah, as a kid, I don't think I could wrap my head around all of the time changes and traveling back and forth through time. I imagine as an adult I would have an easier time with that, but... Alright, let me try the trim and see if this helps at all. Not the trim, what am I saying? The eaves. Come on. Is this not on the... Is this not the right piece? What's going on? This is... Okay, this is 2 meter. That's why. What am I doing wrong here? Is it supposed to be like that? Ah, I gotcha. Gotcha. What am I doing wrong? Why does this not seem to be lining up? That can't be how it's supposed to go. Alright, this is... Huh, what am I doing wrong here? Yeah, it's pitch 2 meter roof. I'm using the 2 meter eaves. Why is it not lining up the right way? That can't be how it's supposed to line up. It just can't. I'm at a loss right now, guys. I don't know why that was happening. I'm sure it was user error. Whatever I was doing was not correct. I'm not even convinced. I'm not convinced that this is correct either, but it looks better than what I just had it. Thanks, Pedro. Yeah, that Forest Temple Dark Ride was probably my favorite thing I've built so far. I had a lot of fun doing that. A lot of work, though. So I've kind of been afraid to go back to another Dark Ride, which this one's going to be, because it took so much time to build like the animatronics and the sequencing and all that, and kind of plan it out. Yeah, hopefully I can do this justice. Alright, this still looks wonky as hell, but it looks a little bit better. just gonna have to live with it for now. Sure everything's aligned here. It's good enough. Channels and roles at the very top of the channel list and take the work in progress plan. Okay, I'll try that. Rotate this. I can stare at this all day and I'm gonna find something wrong with it no matter what, so I just have to move on. Or else I'm not gonna do anything else but just look at this for the rest of the stream, not episode. Alright, let's just move on. Here. Obviously, I gotta change the colors of this, but just want to make sure this piece is going to work for what I'm going for. I definitely like the idea of having these ropes attached, so double it up here. I think so. I think it's kind of more realistic to support a whole roof. Alright, so that tells me there's something out of whack here. Or am I not on the right axis? No, I am. So how is it poking out there but not over here if I dragged it straight over? Ay. These are the things I struggle with when I'm building. Just gonna go with it. The red and green would look nice. Yeah, I kind of thought that too. You know, I used it for the gates, right? Yeah, and in the game it's red and green, so I might have to bring it back. I might try that actually. Good call, Pedro. Poor ride attendant's gonna be not very comfortable. That's not gonna work. Lower it here. Is that enough room for my guy? Yeah. Yeah, Pedro, let me get all of these in place, and then I think you're right. I think maybe the red and green could work. I'm gonna try that out once I get these in the right spots. 2 pillars. The inner ones could have color while the outer... Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. Because I do like the natural look. But... Wait, what did this happen? Oh. Sometimes I'm a big dummy. Yeah, I feel you, Pedro. I'm the same way. Could you imagine if I just left this little green strip poking out, Pedro? For all you OCD guys out there. That would drive me nuts if I left a little thing poking out. There we go. How does that look? Alright. Toby, you were saying maybe the 2 pillars, so inner ones could have the color while the outer stay brown. Yeah, let's try that. Also, I gotta align these, right? That doesn't... Structurally, that just doesn't make sense. To have supports here and then diagonal from the other side. So I gotta fix that. That's gonna bother me. Which means I gotta fix that path too. Not a big deal. Not that I've done much with it. I'm gonna get rid of the water. Is that lined up? Let me see. I guess what I could do... I delete these ones. And I'll just drag these over. That way we can figure out how to perfectly align the entrance and exit. Unless I did it already. Just eyeballing it. Pretty close. Not too shabby. Cool. No. That's not right. What am I thinking? Wait, what? Is the exit wider than the entrance? Each pair. Oh. I see what you're saying, Toby. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We can try that too. Today is for tinkering, so that's what we'll do. Including with colors. Right. That at least makes a little bit more sense structurally. Oh, but that's not straight. I can't have that. Sorry, guys. Not straight, right? Or in the middle. I keep saying straight, I mean in the middle. Centered. Alright, that's good enough for now. Why is it snapping though? Do I have to get rid of this path? Oh, come on. Unreal. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Moving on. Oh yeah, Toby, that's a good call. That makes sense. You're right. Such a smart dude. If you look quickly, it's lined up. If you look closely, it is not lined up. So we'll just look quickly. Just agree to look quickly. Alright, so you're saying maybe like on the outside, like every corner, use the red and green? I gotta go grab those hex codes. Let's try it. Good enough, yeah. Group all the ones I want to color differently, so I just do them all at once. And these ones too, Toby, you think? Let's see. I do like the green and the red with the dark kind of grain of wood. On the corners, the inner ones. Okay. Let's try that. That makes sense. I'm trusting you, Toby. Just better work. I'm just kidding. Wait. Nope. What am I doing wrong here? That, or do we want to do it's like sorry, I'm just experimenting just to kind of see what things look like. I don't think that's the way to go. What do we think? I like the green and the red with the dark green, like I said. Not convinced that this is the way to go, though. But you guys let me know. I don't really have an eye for color palettes and stuff. I'm gonna change this one back to brown, right? Is that what we said? What the oh. Alright, split these. Split these. Combine these. Remember, the corner is lower than the pillars by the gates. Don't you do that to me, Toby. Don't you do that to me. Now I'm going to have to actually eyeball this. Let's see. I don't think so. I think maybe because this is here, so it just like optical illusion sort of situation. That's what I'm thinking. Come on. What do we think? It could work. Now that I look at it from here, I kind of agree with you. Yeah, Pedro, I do like the red and the green. I think that was a good call. Adding a bit of color there. Alright, yeah, let me get a ruler out. We're going to line these up perfectly. Just add enough clutter and then no one will notice the slide. No, that's not how my brain works, Toby. If I know it's not aligned, we have to align it. No, we're good, right? That's lined up. Wait. Why is that one lower, though? Or is it? I think we're good. I think we're good. You know what? I'm probably just going to extend these into the ground anyway. So that'll solve that problem. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. But look, we're just gonna do this anyway. Oh, I missed one, of course. There. Now you can't tell if it is or not, unless you go underground. Alright, next order of business, we gotta cover up this boarding station platform. I'm thinking the jetty piece is gonna be the way to go, because I can recolor that to match the rest of the building structure. Ropes don't make much sense underwater. Good call. Water will also, yeah, you're right. Actually, I should probably add that water back in anyway. Where's the other one? Whatever. You know what? I hear what you're saying, Pedro, with the ropes, and I'm gonna do it, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to... Jesus. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go one by one. Where did this take me? Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, let's add the water in. Wrong water. Need the natural one. just realized with the water, the red might actually be too low. Do we not want it in the water? So I don't know if I can, yeah, I can't raise it up anymore. I mean, I guess I could raise the whole roof. Cool. Oh, I didn't move these out though. The way I group these is really messing with my efficiency here. Oh my god. That lined up. Yeah, it's like right in between this little grain of wood. That's what I'm going for. This is the level of detail you get, guys. Alright. Cool. Sweet. Alright, now I want to build... What do I want to do next? There's setting so double click doesn't shift the cam. If there, oh man, if there is Toby, that's a, yeah, that would save my life. Because the amount of times I do that and it just like launches me across the park, just drives me nuts. But if there is, yeah, let me know. I guess I can probably Google it. So the actual walls should probably be higher, maybe. I forgot about these things. There's always one piece that I miss. Or more than one piece that I miss. Alright, that should be everything. Let's raise this up a bit. Yeah, because in the game you have like the red kind of pattern target type situation on the top, and then it's natural bamboo on the bottom. So that's why I'm thinking I have to raise this up. And then add another layer down here. I think I'm just going to make the bamboo wall here like the base, and then we can cover it up with the detailing to make it look like the actual building in the game. So let's try that right now. Alright, we got all that. So what do I want to use for those? What's everybody doing this weekend? Has anybody seen Odyssey yet? So I wanna, very much wanting to see it. My buddy's saying it's like amazing. His favorite, excuse me, Christopher Nolan movie. I'm not a huge movie guy, but I enjoy a good film every once in a while. Can I color this to be? This actually might work out. So it needs to be natural color. And then dark, is it dark green, white, and then red? Alright, let's see. Dark green. White. That's too white. So that. And then a red one. It's not bad. Eight out of 10, but I studied it for 8 years. Oh. That's cool. Are you a historian? I was a history major in college, but I did nothing with it. I just really like history. Hey, Noah. What's going on? I think that's pretty close to what's on that building. One here, the other one over here. Cam was still focusing the new selection even when you're in the group editor, right? Toby, I'm honestly not totally sure. I don't remember. I was just kind of clicking away. Oh, Pedro, that's really cool. That's interesting stuff in terms of what you studied. No, you're a Planet Coaster player, veteran. Very cool. Do you have a favorite project that you've worked on in those games? I didn't play PC1. PC2 is my first Planet Coaster game. I played like 2 hours of Planet Zoo when it first came out. Or not when it first came out, but at one point. And then my twins were born and I lost all free time and I never went back to it. So I like to think this is kind of my first foray into the Frontier world in terms of the games they put out. Hold on, that's not gonna, okay. Looks like face almost. Like 2 eyes and pointy ears. Nope, that's not gonna work. Could do this. Color that. Not going to be able to get the exact pattern that's in the game. I just want to kind of get the feel of it at least and get some color in here to at least pass for what I'm going for. But I don't think I'm going to spend the amount of time it would take to get all the squiggly lines and stuff in there. And if anyone doesn't know what I'm building, it's the boat hut in Southern Swamp in Majora's Mask. That's what I'm attempting to build anyway. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this. Alright, we got same colors. Alright, let's see what changes. Alright, no, that's no. No. Just not sure. Yeah, I feel you, Pedro, with the kids. I really can only play if I blow off work, which is what I'm doing right now. Or after the kids are in bed, I have to sneak down to my office and I can get a couple hours in. But other than that, yeah, it's hard to get gaming time in these days. How am I gonna do this? What if I just do like, maybe I just do this. Toby, do you play PC2 at all? Or you just played PC1 and then you're a zoo guy? As I used to watch, in the PC1 days, I was watching Theme Park Worldwide. I don't know if you guys ever checked him out. He doesn't do much on Planet Coaster anymore, but back in the day, I used to just, yeah, I could sit there for hours watching him build his parks. And that's what got me really interested in it. But then it took me, what, 5 years after to actually purchase the game. Cool, Pedro. Yeah, no worries. Enjoy dinner. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the suggestions too. Thanks for the OCD solidarity. Have a good one, man. Group these. Whoops. Don't like having to delete that every time I want to select one of these to move it, but what can you do? Gotcha. Yeah, Toby, it sounds like kind of my situation too. Like I was saying, I used to watch a lot back in the PC1 era, but I just never got around to picking the game up. Part of it was because I've always been a console gamer, and I didn't even have a gaming PC back then. Which is why you see me fumbling around with the controls on or in these videos. I'm sure that's part of it. Alright, did I not group these? I got red, white, red, and then it goes up to green, then natural, green, go natural, ugh. And then we'll do another green. Or wait, no, we'll throw a white in here, and then another green, and then we'll call it for this. Probably gonna have to change up this little makeshift design. But again, I just kind of want to get a feel for everything, and then I can tweak as I need to as I go forward. And then let's do one more green. Not perfect, but yeah, like I said, I'll probably mess with this. Sometimes I just have to let things sit for a bit, and then when I come back to it, I have a better fresh eyes, more fresh eyes. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I mean, though. Alright, let's flip all these around to the other side too. Yep, that's the same as me, Toby. I'm not a coaster guy either. I just love, like, I love theme parks just for, like, the immersion part of it. But yeah, I'm not a huge rides guy in general, but definitely coasters are not exactly my thing. Looks like the sides just have the red and white parts. Oh my god. That's weird. Why are these not? Whatever. Alright, not a bad start. Not a bad start. But yeah, I have to head out. I have to go pick up the kids here in a few minutes, so pretty happy with the progress that we made in what, 45 minutes? An hour? But yeah, Toby, thanks for hanging out. Everyone else who's watching, thanks for hanging out. If you're new, you should subscribe. I'll be doing more streams during the week, probably mid-afternoon, or not mid-afternoon, like late afternoon around this time. On weekends, it would be late night streams. But yeah, if you like what you see, subscribe to me. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Have a good weekend. Have a good Friday night. And bye-bye. Thanks, Toby. Later, man.